Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Infinity, and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. Thank you so much for tuning into the reading today. In today's reading, we are going to be taking a look at the collective and picking up any threads of energy or messages that want to come through from all of the personal spirit guides and cosmic forces connected in with you and with this collective here on YouTube. If you do happen to be new to the channel, then welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope you find something in this reading that resonates with you in a personal way. I usually say this at the beginning of my readings, but the messages in these reading videos are typically for different specific groups within the collective. So I like to refer to these specific messages as threads of energy that I pick up throughout these readings to weave together these collective videos. So always only take what does feel good and aligned for you personally. So I'm going to go ahead and get started by shuffling the Energy Oracle Cards deck. And I just want to know what I can channel for the beautiful souls listening. So we have the solar plexus chakra in the reversed position. So this can relate to the physical region around the solar plexus, which is what we think of as the gut or the stomach, the navel area. This also can relate with our core in a more metaphorical sense. So not only our physical core, but our emotional core, that place of stability within ourselves and that stabilized foundation that provides a sense of identity and confidence in the world. So the fact this card is reversed tells me that there might be some kind of unbalanced energy in the collective solar plexus chakra at this time. Now, this could be your energy internally, but this could also be someone externally that you are connected to. So I'm going to see what comes up here. I also did get the Journey card reversed, so this could represent someone returning from a trip or a journey. I'm also hearing that this could be getting back into a routine after a period of time where things may have felt a bit disjointed, or maybe you were out of your usual routine for some reason or another. This also could represent something coming full circle. I heard the number 3, so the number 3 might be significant for someone. Now we do have the card Karmic Partner. You know, what I kept picking up prior to starting to record was this dynamic of someone planning an escape from something. It's like they were already mentally somewhere else, emotionally somewhere else, and planning on leaving, but they felt that for some reason they had to finish out some sort of contract. It's like their heart's not in it or their heart's not there, and they're planning on leaving or removing themselves, distancing themselves from that situation, but they hadn't fully done it yet. They were still kind of in the middle of it. So of course, this could apply so many different ways. This might relate to something going on in your own life. Maybe you are in the middle of something, whether it's a job, an environment, a friendship, a connection, a location, where you have this sense that this isn't your final destination, but you also feel as though you're in it at the moment for a reason, and you're surrendering into that, but also visioning out beyond it. It's like your heart isn't fully there. Now, if it's not relating for you, this could be someone connected to you who is in some kind of karmic relationship or situation. I did get that for many, this will be someone connected to you who is in a karmic marriage, a karmic relationship, partnership, or some kind of situation where they feel a sense of obligation or duty, but they also recognize, I'm hearing I'm coming home soon, or I'm coming back to you soon. This feels like someone who recognizes that they're going to be returning back to you or coming towards you. But first, there is some duty that is binding them, or some sense of obligation that is binding them to finishing out some kind of contract. So what else can I channel about this karmic partnership? Healing. So whether this is you and you are in this situation that you're planning on moving beyond, but you are still in the middle of it and kind of just surrendering into that, or whether this is someone that you're connected to who's going through this, know that although it might not look like it, the reason you feel a sense of needing to finish out some kind of contract or to be where you are is because your soul is actually healing through this situation that you're in. There's some kind of healing taking place here. So what is being healed? All tied up in the upright position. I'm hearing you're feeling stuck here for a reason. You're here because there's a deeper healing and activation that can only take place here. And ultimately, that's going to lead to an energetic expansion with the World card that's naturally going to activate that next level of your soul's growth, that next level or part of your life. I'm hearing the next chapter of your life is going to be automatically lined up for you. But at the moment, you might be feeling stuck or even a little bit defeated. I'm hearing self-defeated. Maybe someone is being really hard on themselves because they feel like they're self-sabotaging or keeping themselves stuck. But I'm hearing it's your higher self and your guides keeping you in this place that you are judging as stuck, because this is where your most optimal healing is taking place. So do not judge yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself for ways in which you feel as though you might be self-sabotaging, because this may actually be a higher guidance that you have become so attuned to subconsciously that you simply cannot allow yourself to move forward until you fully recognize that the time is right. So I'm going to be reshuffling the cards here. Of course, I could be speaking to an aspect of you internally. I could be speaking to someone going through this who is deeply connected to you at a soul level or energetically. But regardless of how that resonates, I do hope that message reached whoever needed to hear it. You are where you are for a reason. This is where your optimal healing is taking place. That's what I keep getting so strongly. You are releasing attachments, but it's not, I'm hearing it's not the attachments that you think you're releasing at a human level. I know this sounds kind of like a riddle here, but this is the best way I can describe it. It's almost as though you may be feeling as though you are stuck because you're looking straight on to this person, this situation, this circumstance of your life that you feel is something that you are stuck in or something that you need to release or need to let go. And yet through that situation, you are releasing these other attachments that, what I'm getting here, you're not even fully aware of how many things are being unraveled and unwound and released through this situation that appears to be stuck. So what are these unseen attachments? Okay, so one unseen attachment being released is around really stepping into your true sense of confidence. I'm hearing being able to fully stand on your own, but also have the confidence to trust your intuition, even when people around you question that guidance. And I feel this is a training exercise you've been doing with your guides, whether you realize it or not, where you've been put in situations where people around you question your guidance, but you follow the guidance anyway. You follow the intuition and then see how that plays out in your favor or how things really align for you. And I'm just hearing connect the dots. You are learning how to connect the dots between those moments when you had the courage to follow your intuition and then had the cognizance to see how that was leading you down a pathway that then unfolded in this perfect alignment that others may have looked at even as just pure luck. But of course, it wasn't luck. It's this confident connection to your own inner voice. We also have woman holding a heart upright. So romantically speaking, you may be learning how to keep a hold over your heart, to not give your power away, especially in romantic connections, or how to remain, I'm hearing, fully connected to your inner self as you are positively romantically connecting with others. Now, of course, for some of you, all of these training exercises could be occurring through one dominant romantic relationship that's relevant in your life right now. For others of you, this may be happening through multiple different people or dating opportunities that you are exploring. This also could be happening entirely within. This could be occurring completely in the energetic or spiritual realm, just depending on how your higher self and your guides have devised to personally go about giving you this training exercise to release these heavy attachments. So I want to know what's going to occur after you really complete these training exercises and fully unravel all of the attachments involved. Ooh, the contract will be broken with the contract card in the reverse position. Wow, I'm getting so many chills right now because it feels as though you may be feeling like you're in a very karmic situation or a lower vibrational situation that you don't really know how to escape from or how to get out of. Or again, this could be the energy of someone that you're connected to. But what I'm getting is that when this training exercise is completed, the contract will be broken effortlessly. And that will automatically shift you forward into the next stage of your evolution. So there's really nothing for you to do in terms of trying to forcefully break this contract or break out of this situation, because it's naturally going to complete or fulfill itself as soon as what needs to be unraveled is in this situation. We also have the root chakra in the upright position. So what I'm getting is that when this contract is broken, or when this so-called stuck energy or situation comes to a completion, it's going to happen very effortlessly, automatically, and it's also not going to be destabilizing to you. It's going to feel very stable, and you're going to have the foundation to be able to move through it with ease and grace. It's not going to shake you on any level. Okay, so I'm going to reshuffle the cards here, and I want to know more about this energy of trying to escape from something that someone you're connected to might be dealing with here. This may be a romantic person from your past or your present. Who is this person who is trying to get out of something, trying to escape? You're worth more to me than I let on. What else can I channel from this person specifically? I'm afraid of commitment. Can I get any other messages? I want to apologize. I need your forgiveness. I want to know why this person feared commitment. why they didn't want to commit in this situation. So we have stuck and summer. So if this person was hesitant to want to commit to you or to this connection fully, now this could have been labeling the connection, but this also could have just been committing to fully opening their heart to you, fully opening up consistently, communicating consistently. I feel as though this person was feeling stuck in a certain phase or season of their life that they were afraid to move beyond. It's almost like this person began to equate commitment or even just true consistency and openness in connection and relationship as some kind of prison or being something that would ultimately trap them. And they were so afraid of being trapped in some kind of commitment or relationship that they trapped themselves in this season of their life that has expired energetically, that they were meant to move beyond a long time ago. And they've forfeited some kind of opportunity with a Queen of Cups, which is coming up as you. You've been really showing up as the Queen of Cups quite frequently in the recent readings. This will be especially true if you are someone who resonates here as a divine feminine. But of course, those labels, divine feminine and divine masculine, could apply to you internally, to someone you're externally connected with. They also could be reversed in your situation. And do keep in mind as well that we all do have a balance internally of both the divine feminine and divine masculine. So with the Three of Swords, it's like this is someone who broke the heart of a Queen of Cups. And I'm hearing that doesn't come without backlash. They may have tried to make you feel insecure, whether they did this intentionally or not. This may have been someone who put you in positions that would have created insecurity if you were to continue connecting with them in the same way. So you may have chosen to disconnect or to separate from this person, or at least pull back or set boundaries because of how they were trying to connect with you from this Empress reversed energy, almost like to get you to chase them, or to get you to overgive to them, or to trigger some kind of insecurity so that they could know that you want them, but you weren't willing to play those kinds of games. I feel that they weren't really nurturing you, weren't really supporting and protecting you as the awakened and embodied divine masculine is really called to step up and do. And that may have actually become a bit repulsive for you within this bond. With the Knight of Cups reversed, though, the ironic thing is here, this masculine was actually doing all of this because they were afraid that there was unrequited love between you, meaning they were afraid that you would not reciprocate or return their feelings, even though I'm getting that you were very open and consistent with your feelings and with communicating that to this person, but they were still afraid of unrequited love. And I keep hearing they created exactly the scenario that they feared, where you would be pulling back or disconnecting, but they created this scenario because I'm just hearing like they acted from a place of fear instead of from a place of love, by closing off their heart instead of opening it up. And it almost seems like you got really tired of that dynamic and again pulled back from this person pretty heavily. So I'm going to be reshuffling the cards here and seeing what else we can pull through, either from this person or situation, or from anyone else who wants to come up in the reading. So what else can I channel for the beautiful souls listening here? Who else wants to connect with this reading? We have Ace of Cups reversed. So there's some repressed emotion sitting on the throat chakra, weighing really heavily. The person I'm speaking to here might even be having throat issues of some sort. Although, of course, I'm not a medical professional, so I always recommend seeing a medical professional with any potential physical or medical issues. But I'm just getting like someone has something sitting on their throat chakra that's a blocked or repressed emotion that they're not saying, they're not communicating. We have the Queen of Wands. So maybe this is something not being communicated to a Queen of Wands, or someone who perceives you as a Queen of Wands, someone who's very magnetic, confident, successful. I'm hearing someone who is so well liked that she has a lot of potential options, either friendship-wise, romantically. And it's almost like this person is trying to hold back communicating something, some kind of repressed feeling to the Queen of Wands, because they almost just, this is almost giving me the energy of someone taking themselves out of an imagined competition. Like they don't even know for sure that they are in competition with other people for your attention, but it's like they're taking themselves out of the competition that they're imagining, because this may be because of pride, because they don't want to quote unquote lose in this imagined competition. They may have actually some, I'm hearing sore loser. I'm not sure why I'm getting that. This might be someone who doesn't like to lose, who has maybe a bit of pride when it comes to competition, feeling so overly competitive that they don't want to compete, because if they think there's a chance they might lose, they'll just take themselves out of the game. That's what I'm getting from this person. And somehow that's affected the way that they've treated you. This person is in sadness, but that's another thing that they're not communicating here. There is so much repressed emotion on this person's energy, specifically on their throat chakra. So some of this may relate to, with the Page of Cups reversed, childhood issues or emotional tendencies that are rooted in their childhood. So they may have had childhood experiences that shaped them. I'm hearing made them feel like a loner or an outsider, or someone who was never quite good enough or couldn't quite compete. Specifically, if this is a masculine, they may have felt as though they couldn't quite compete with other masculines when they were younger. And that's really affected this cynicism that they seem to bring to relationship or potential relationship with feminine energies. We also have the High Priestess. So what I'm getting is, at some level, you are already aware of all of this. I feel that you may have had some level of care, if not love, for this person, whether that's platonic or romantic. Sorry, I just dropped one of the decks here, which is interesting. I don't believe in coincidences. So this person may have dropped the ball, as we say metaphorically, when it comes to your connection. I just keep hearing they dropped out of the competition that they were imagining. That's the best way I can describe it. But you're the High Priestess. You're extremely intuitive. So actually, I'm getting a double message from this High Priestess card, because I'm also seeing the High Priestess as the spiritual mediator here, the go-between, the intermediary between humankind and the divine, which of course we all are human and divine. But what I'm picking up here is that you were somehow an intermediary for this person, a priestess for this person. Maybe you were doing this unconsciously. This is someone who is so overly logically focused and so completely closed off to the higher realms that they live a very rocky life experience, because they completely shut themselves off from their intuition. They at times completely close off their heart, but I'm hearing like they're still trying to create with their heart closed. I'm not sure why I'm getting that. Maybe this is someone who does have big goals or dreams or ambitions in the workplace when it comes to their hobbies, things in their life, but they never seem to really make progress on these things, even as they're applying a lot of effort. And this is because this is someone who is so disconnected from those higher spiritual forces within us and guiding us that help us to manifest those goals and dreams in alignment with our highest version of self. This is someone who denies the reality of cosmic phenomenon, of spiritual things, to the extent that they completely close themselves off from listening to their own intuition, even when it comes to their own dreams and ambitions. And as a result, they experience a lot of frustration, but that frustration is happening again because they're trying to create with their heart closed and with their third eye closed. But what I mean when I say you were or are an intermediary for this person is that you are the opposite. You are so deeply connected to the spiritual realm that at times the human experience just seems cumbersome to you. It seems almost a little bit burdensome at times because you are so accustomed to those higher, finer frequencies, to the spiritual realm, to communicating with that spiritual realm, whether that's communicating with your higher self, your guides, getting more in touch with your intuition, whatever that looks like for you. So the way you were an intermediary for this person is simply by being in their life and engaging with them. It's almost like they had this artificial bridge of connection to a higher version of themselves, to the divine within them. And it's why they felt so drawn to you, even though they never would have described the pull to you in this way, because they were completely denying the existence of all of this kind of spiritual and cosmic phenomenon. But this is someone who was drawn to you because you acted as this go-between for them. And because of this, I'm hearing divine bridge that you were in their life, they actually experienced a lot of positive energy. Their life started to kind of feel like it was moving again. Positive things began to occur in their life that they may have just chalked up to their luck turning for the better, not realizing it was your presence in their life that was leading to all of these new positive outcomes. Their sacral chakra as well was more stimulated by your presence, but your presence began to open their heart and open their third eye a little bit as well. And again, those are chakras that this person usually heavily closes off. And so as a result of this, I'm hearing they started to get good news, maybe in the workplace, from people around them, in their life generally. They may have just been feeling like things were starting to turn in the right direction. Their creations or ambitions were beginning to start bringing some results. But again, this person dropped the ball. It's like they went back into their own ways, or their old ways, I should say, and they doubled back in some way. I'm getting they may have become afraid when they started realizing that you were opening their heart and their third eye. Can I get more information about why this person cut things off? Okay, fear of change, indecisiveness, failed negotiations. Interesting. So first of all, this person, again, felt you opening their heart, opening their third eye. And this is a person who is extremely comfortable with sameness, with the mundane. They may be someone who really doesn't like to travel. They may have a lot of fears or phobias. They might be someone who doesn't like to ever push the limits of their comfort zone, which does seem to be very small. And with this failed negotiations idea, I feel as though this person may have tried to negotiate you into their comfort zone, whether this is a friend, a family member, a romantic person from your past. This is someone who It's almost like they tried to keep the high priestess, being you, in their life to experience the positive benefits while still remaining in their comfort zone and negotiating you into that comfort zone. But of course, that didn't work because you are not willing to limit yourself by restricting who you are, what you believe, how you operate to make someone else feel more comfortable. So these negotiations to keep you in their comfort zone didn't work. And ultimately, I feel this person may have just, with the split energy card, kind of given in to the negative side of that split energy and went back into some of their old cycles and patterns, whereas you chose to ascend, you chose to continue stepping into the unknown, connecting with your own divinity, evolving. I almost feel as though you did have a lot of love and care for this person, at least at some point in time. And it's almost like you were given the choice to limit or dilute yourself to make this person more comfortable. And you could have stayed more physically connected with them for a time if you had made that choice. But you made the brave and powerful choice to continue ascending, to continue evolving and allowing yourself to move and operate unrestricted by someone else's comfort zone. And that's ultimately why there was some division or separation here. So, wow, very powerful messages coming through the reading today. I am going to be continuing this reading on Patreon. For those of you who are new here, I channel these readings every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And on those times and dates, I do also post an extended exclusive reading on Patreon to continue on the messages. So if you are feeling a resonance here and you're guided to join our beautiful Patreon soul tribe and access today's extended reading, the link to do so is in the pinned comment and description box underneath the video. In that extended reading, we will be going deeper into connecting with any people or messages or energies that may be in your aura or in your energetic field at this time. So this may include the continuation of some of the energies that have been coming up in this reading. That's usually the case, but often we manifest quite a bit of new information in those Patreon readings as well. So I highly recommend exploring the Patreon reading if you feel a resonance here. And again, that information is below. But for now, I am going to close this first reading on YouTube with a Rumi Oracle message. And the two cards to come out here are the Cloak of Christ, which we have been pulling recently quite a bit, and also You Who Show the Way. So I'm getting a lot of trailblazer, path forger energy from this You Who Show the Way card. But the Cloak of Christ represents to me divine protection. So taking these cards together, what I'm really getting immediately is that you are a path forger. You are the one who is showing the way, meaning you are carving out new realities in a sense. You are ascending to higher levels of vibration and embodying those frequencies in a way that is creating and stabilizing what we sometimes refer to as new earth. You are showing the way, but also that you are divinely protected in that path forging, and that so much of what is occurring in your life at the moment that might feel confusing, stuck, or beyond human comprehension is actually that divine protection at play. So I'm going to close the reading with one final message from the guidebook here. And the guidebook says, even in your unquenchable passion for service to humanity, to the world that offers you so much, there is a time when your most powerful offering is actually and most simply that of your presence. You show the way, you who inspire. through how you choose to live and be. You who sometimes think yourself to be invisible. You who consider yourself to be of no particular or exceptional worth. Yes, you. You who through your choice to live your truth, reveal my face, demonstrate my love, embody my presence, heal my beloveds, and love my creations. You are an inspiration. You are helping those around you, and even many of whom you are unaware. You are doing this because this is your path. This is your way. This is your gift, to live a life dedicated to the growth of consciousness and, through that dedication, inspire others to receive the loving consciousness of the great beloved that can benefit them so greatly, no matter their situation or circumstances. You are not doing this through any effort or will. You are doing this because this is your nature, your being, your way. So that feels like a beautiful place to close the reading. Again, if you feel guided to join me now on Patreon in the extended reading, the link to do so is under the video. Also, I invite you to subscribe to the channel, join our beautiful community of like-minded, conscious, creative beings here on YouTube. You can also follow me on Instagram at @magnetizeyourself, where I post more energy updates, inspiration, and information. Otherwise, I am sending you all so much love today. Have a wonderful remainder of your day and weekend, and I will connect with you here again in Monday's reading.